Hey guys, Elite Legionario here. Today I'll be bringing you a second 1v1 I did against Legion IV Macedon. In this battle I will command Britannia and he will command Egypt. And we've both gone with the traditional armies for these factions, these sort of skirmishy, chariot, spammy kind of armies. I don't like these armies as a general rule, but we both agreed that we'd use them, so it was like even. So my army consists of 4 units of gold chosen swordsmen, 6 units of gold attack slingers, 4 units of barbarian British warlords, chariots, and 2 units of gold and 2 units of gold attack British light chariots. His army consists of 4 regular bowmen. They look to be gold attack. He's got 4 gold, I think, or was it silver, I can't really tell in all that mess, Pharaoh's guards, and 3 Pharaoh's bowmen with either gold attack or a silver attack. He's also got a couple of desert cavalry, they look to be gold or silver gold. He's got some chariot archers, he's also got some regular Egyptian chariots. He has 3 of those, and just an extra unit of chariot archers as well. So I'm having a little more success over here in the missile duel, basically because chariots never perform quite as well in forests. They can't get quite as much movement. So I've had to rush him because my slingers are obviously don't have the range. But I was targeting his Pharaoh's bowman. I probably should have just gone for his regular bowman, truth be told. But never mind. Here actually, some reason they moved forward. I didn't tell them to do this, but I see it and I allow it to happen in the hopes that it'll snag up his desert cav for my chariots to come in and finish them off. But he just pulls away in time, and I don't want to go any further because his chariots are in support. So that's not good. So it's a slinging unit loss, but it's not really a big deal. And I figure at this pace, when I was watching the game, that I would steadily lose it because my missiles just can't keep up with his, basically. My stones are really doing no damage at all, not really inflicting any real damage on these Pharaoh's bowmen. So what I'm going to do is reorganise or reshift my line. I've got the swifter troops, so I can do this, in the hopes that when I'm doing this I can launch a much higher attack and he'll be disorganised, and I can be decisive. So when this happens, he's reshifting his line to match it. I'm going to make my charge with my barbarian warlords on this side, and I'm also going to do it on this side, basically because I want to catch him disorganised. So charge in here, get off to a good start on this flank, and same over here, and I'm going to destroy his desert cavalry. But he brings in most of his chariots, and when I see that he does this, I can easily pulverise this side where he's not as attentive with these chariots. So I'm willing to let these chariots over here die, but inflict heavy casualties on this side, and get him snagged up there. So he wins on this side, but not without taking some considerable losses. But while that's happened, I'm going to charge with my infantry. I war cried as well, even though I didn't see it, and I'm going to come in with my chariots from behind. And as you can see, the combination of 2 strikes simultaneously causes his archers and his infantry to mass rout. So that worked out well. I was actually hoping something like this would happen because I have seen chariots have a habit of causing mass routs if you time it right, and this worked really well. I'm by no means that great with chariots because, again, I don't like them that much. I think they're overpowered, but because this fight was both chariots both ways, I was happy to do it. So his infantry pretty much just collapsed almost instantaneously, and I took very little casualties. So he may have won this side, but by the time all this happened, he lost it on his right and he lost on the centre. So I can easily mop up the rest of his units pretty decisively. And I'm just skirmishing away with his other chariots out here still. I think in my experience, Egyptian chariots are not actually as powerful as the barbarian warlord chariot, but they are greater in number, so it makes up for it. The heavy chariot versus the Egyptian chariot, I'm pretty sure that Egyptian chariot's better, but they're not as good as the barbarian warlord one. but British ones don't have as many men in them. But ultimately, for skirmishing, I think Egypt's definitely better, basically because of Pharaoh's bowmen and regular bowmen. They've got much better long-range missile capacity than Britannia. Infantry-wise, probably pretty even. Maybe, well, Chosen Swordsman probably, well, yeah, it's pretty even, I'd say. I mean, after all, barbarian units are not that great against phalanxes, so even though Pharaoh's bowmen, Pharaoh's guards are not exactly the greatest phalanxes or anything. But now I'm just mopping them up a bit. Although those chariots, some of them regroup and do cause a bit of a bother. And I did again some of my slingers, but again, I'm not really that bothered about that. Ultimately, I've seen this done before. Chariots, if they can get in behind like that with a simultaneous attack from the front, they can quite often just cause a mess around. So most of my barbarian warlords actually got destroyed though, but most of his stuff got destroyed long before. So here I'm just going to charge him with my Chosen Swordsman and finish off these archers quite comfortably. These chariots here being a pain, I can't really catch them, so they're routing all my slingers, which is a nuisance. He's going to do a charge here, and I'm going to turn around and face it. He causes a bit of a bother, but I eventually get them, because I war cried. Not before I lost like 10 men or 15 men to that. Now he charges them with his desert cav. I do manage to rout them though, and I thankfully got rid of his chariots as well. But as you can see, a lot of damage there. That unit was pretty much full, and now it's at 37. So yeah, so he put up a good wee fight there in the end to hold his line together. But he will admit defeat in a moment, and it was a very good game basically. I'm not all that familiar with using chariots. I understand how they work and how good they can be and how extremely overpowered they are. So that's why I really use them. The only time I use them is if I use Britannia. Now, I would, if they had better other cavalry units, I would use those units instead. But because they don't, I just have to go with chariots. But usually I like to mix chariots with the light barbarian cavalry, make it a wee bit fairer. But anyway, it's a clear victory. I had 1,021 men. I got 1,178 kills and had 514 men remaining. Legion IV had 1,320, had 586 kills and had 133 men remaining. So my Chosen Swordsman got quite a lot of kills, particularly these two, and the General, although the General did take some casualties there. Barbarian Warlords, 134, 175, so two of them did really well. The other two only about averaged out, just a wee bit over what they lost, so that's not great. The light chariots, they did very well. They're always good. And my slingers, a couple of them did pretty good, but most of all they were just basically meat for those archers, so that worked out alright too though. So everything came together nicely. Legion is one of my subscribers, so thanks for asking to play. I enjoyed it. We had a couple of good games there, and it was fun, so yeah. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this. Please leave comments. I enjoy your comments guys, and yeah, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.